older people in Chicago is trying to crack down on immigration all of a sudden. Check it out.
Chicago's welcoming city will be discussed at next week's council meeting.
Some members think the city should be working more with federal agents to uncover criminals, but others call it a political move. Elizabeth Matthews is live at City Hall with more. Elizabeth.
Scott and Don, this amendment was first discussed back in September of 2023. That's when Chicago was seeing busloads of migrants pour into the city. What this amendment to the Welcoming City Ordinance would do is loosen restrictions for city agencies to work with federal partners when it comes to dealing with undocumented criminals.
Chicago will remain a welcoming city. What we're saying is that those immigrants that commit a crime when you are here, you're not welcome anymore.
Council members Silvana Tabarez and Ray Lopez say this amendment to the Welcoming City Ordinance would make all of Chicago safer. It would allow city agencies to work with ICE agents when it comes to finding non-citizens who are committing crimes. And in turn, federal authorities wouldn't have to scour neighborhoods looking for the bad apples. With President Trump's second term about to begin, the threat of mass deportations have been prominent. But Councilmember Tabarez says this proposal doesn't have a connection to the incoming administration, but more to do with the influx of migrants.
All the residents in Chicago, they have sacrificed services and their tax dollars to appease and accommodate migrants and their advocates. And it's time now to say that we're not going to, they shouldn't tolerate living in an unsafe neighborhood. We should make our neighborhood safer.
As I think is more political theater in a time that our city and our constituents need reassurance from elected officials that we're going to do everything we can to make sure that their families are safe.
Alderman Byron Sigcho Lopez says as for finding the criminals, he says the legal process already has a system in place, whether you're undocumented or not.
I do think that we have a due process, and the city and the state of Chicago have been a city of immigrants for generations. And I think that to use these narrative to go after our city and our constituents truly
is he clearly he doesn't seem like, and I could be wrong, but is this alderman right here, is he actually an well, of course he has to be an American citizen. But it doesn't, the way he's talking and his broken English, it doesn't even seem like he's originally from the United States of America. I think that in order for you to even be able to hold a seat, you got to be born here. You have to be born in the United States to hold a seat in any legislative branch, from local to national. You have to be able to be born in the United States of America. And I'm not saying that he's not. But I do believe this is a political move, obviously. They know Trump is coming through. They know Tom Homan is going to be ground zero on January 20th, January 21st. Y'all said he is not American. He don't even speak the language that well. I don't understand it. How do you get elected to a seat if you're not originally born here in the United States of America? I don't even know what he's saying. Listen to what he's talking like. Listen to this.
Process, and the city and the state of Chicago have been a city of immigrants for generations. And I think that to use this narrative to go after our city and our...
Who y'all voting in here, man? Honestly. Who y'all voting in office over in Chicago? Somebody said he is my alderman in Chicago. He is completely inept. He is only for Hispanics. Funny, his wife is Asian. Really? Who y'all voting in Chicago? He can't even speak English fluently. I wonder if I can go to a completely different country and run for office and win. If they will roll with me with the same way that we roll with, we just let anybody in here and do anything that they want to do. It is a political move. And I'm tired of these people in these cities, whether it's Chicago or New York, say stuff like, well, we need to go after the problem immigrants. No, the fact that you came over here illegally is a problem. It's almost like if somebody came into your house, but you can't remove them unless they committed a crime. What do you mean you in my house illegally? That's why I don't like squatters. Anyways, that's what's going on over in Chicago. In addition to Chicago, a man is wanted from all last year, going to different hotels, living the luxury life, and charging it to people's hotel rooms. Check it out.
DC police searching for a man who posed as a hotel guest at a luxury hotel and then stole from that hotel.
This all happened at the Four Seasons.
Christina says, check this out. So Christina says, but Elon is not born here. I think we need to be consistent with views. Consistent what? Elon Musk is not taking public tax dollars as a legislator. Elon Musk paid more taxes than any other human in the history of the United States of America. That is called somebody that actually is contributing. He gives jobs. He has people that's working for him, whether it's the companies that he created as a part of PayPal or Tesla. He created the most valuable automaker in the world that eclipsed all of the foreign automakers that's here in the United States of America. He paid over 30 something. He paid billions in taxes in 1 year. He literally is one of the biggest contributors to our society, whether it be innovation or SpaceX or using satellites for people that's in hurricane affected areas for free for them to be able to communicate with people because our national government and our leaders don't help. It's a much bigger difference from Elon Musk just because he's not born here, but it doesn't mean that you're not contributing into American society. Whereas you're getting paid as a legislator to represent the people, but you're doing the thing that's the complete opposite of what their interests are. How can you explain an alderman in Chicago with the Elon Musk that actually contributes, removes censorship, allows for people to say what they want, and very much represents what the American dream is? I think what people don't understand is that nobody is against immigration. We're against illegal immigration. Nobody is against immigration. We're against illegal immigration. That's the difference. He absolutely gets a pass. He's an American citizen, but he's not running for office. What is there for him to get a pass for? What does he need a pass for? Y'all hate rich people so much because you dusty. Why would you hate a person that actually employ tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of American citizens and give them jobs, good paying jobs? Elon Musk has made more people millionaires. Even the people that worked on Tesla's floor, he's given them equity into the company. But I said if they were not born here, they should. Should what? Be able to speak fluent English before they run for office? Absolutely, you should. I didn't see where Elon Musk could run for office. He can't run for president of the United States of America. I'm really confused what y'all talking about right now. I'm really confused at what y'all talking about. So you talking about a person that actually pay your taxes so that you can live in y'all Section 8 houses, not you, Christina Holloman, but in general. Yeah, Shelby, I live stream between 9 and 9:30 Eastern on the Millionaire Morning Show. Am I missing something? Elon Musk is for himself. This is why. Yeah, all of us are for ourselves. I'm for myself. You for yourself. Why wouldn't we be for ourselves? It don't mean that we don't have to abide by what goes on in the United States of America. Is something wrong with y'all? Do y'all know how civics work? Did y'all not take government when y'all was in school, when y'all was in middle school and high school? The dude, let me see how much he paid in taxes last year or the year before last. Because this is who we talking about as far as contributing. Elon Musk in 2021 paid $15 billion in state and federal taxes from selling Tesla shares. He paid the most taxes ever in history. I'm sorry, I was wrong. That's a little bit too much. He paid $11 billion in taxes according to CNN and Americans for Tax Fairness. He paid $11 billion in one pop in taxes. And so y'all saying that that's not a person that contributes to society? He paid $11 billion in 2021 alone. That mean all of y'all government handouts, all of the things that happen inside of society, he probably had a hand in that. Y'all just like the Iron Man movie. Y'all literally just like the Iron Man movie. When he was trying to convince the federal government that wanted a hand in everything that he had, he said, "No, I'm not giving you a hand in what I got going on. I gave y'all world peace. What more do you want from me? What's wrong with y'all?" So are y'all that angry towards somebody? Not even gonna get into it. Let's continue.
In Georgetown, and even though the man never stayed there, he is all over the hotel surveillance camera system.
All right, had a busy day for sure. Stephanie Ramirez in Georgetown this morning with more for us. Hey, Steph.
Good morning, guys. Want to give you an idea when we talk about luxury hotel, the Four Seasons here. I did look online. I can tell you, if you want to stay there tonight, it's a steal. I'm being sarcastic here, but $850 for a one-night stay.
Thank you, Lisa.
Tonight in a deluxe room with a king bed. And just to get an idea of another time to stay, I checked April 1st, and that same room is going for even more, around $1,700 a night. Now, I want you to get a look at the suspect police are looking for here. D.C. police asking for help finding this younger-looking man seen getting out of a Porsche back on November 23rd. This was the weekend right before Thanksgiving. He's seen on hotel video talking with staff at one point. Police then say the suspect went to the restaurant here and ordered various items, charging it to a room he's not staying in. We're told he then walks to the gym and works out, then leaves, getting back in his Porsche. Now, this is very much an unusual crime for police, but it is stealing nonetheless. We're told the charges would include a theft here as well as fraud. Police have a $1,000 reward for information leading.
Man, nobody care about no $1,000 reward. Y'all gonna have to up that. He went into that hotel, charged everything to the room, and kept it moving. Shout out to him for being a criminal. We need to have him arrested and removed. And then last but not least, they're saying that Amazon's return to office with over 50,000 people going back into the office is reviving Seattle. Check it out.
Hi, Preston. We're talking about 50,000 people a day coming back to this part of town. And while Amazon had required employees to be in the office 3 days a week last year, this is now returning the workplace and the neighborhood to pre-pandemic norms. The Civic generator is back. Next to the long food truck lines, the full parking lots, and a bunch of badged people walking to and fro.
I agree. It's hard. I was not a fan at first.
Rena Palumbo, who works on the AWS team, says she's happy to be back in person on a daily basis.
It's important for us to keep that human connection. And it's really hard to collaborate and to build relationships with others behind a screen from your house all the time.
The mandate from Amazon CEO Andy Jassy is being closely watched for more than one reason. Amazon employees, that's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
Michaela Benedict owns the House of Eve restaurant and bar.
I think it's going to save a lot of businesses because I don't think I'm the only one that's just trying to hang on.
But there are questions about traffic, with transportation analyst Inrix suggesting Amazon's hybrid return boosted traffic times by 35% on key routes, and Civic leaders banking on a successful reboot to serve as a model for other companies to fill office space in a city with a 30% vacancy rate.
Amazon's return is a gift that's going to keep on giving all year long.
The Downtown Seattle Association's John Scholes dismissed the traffic concerns.
Thankfully, there's more ways to get here than just in your car. And we've got more train service, more bus service than we had a year ago.
It is likely too early to make any sort of clear conclusion.
We have more people here on campus than we've had in a long time.
But almost 5 years after the pandemic abruptly sputtered it, the engine is running again.
Yeah, the return to office, I think that people are so narrow-minded that they not open to why a lot of this is happening, why a lot of the city leaders is working with these companies to get people back into the office. And it's to boost the economic engine of what these cities are in the first place. It's the reason why you incentivize a lot of these companies to build and create jobs inside of your city, is because the circulation of the American tax dollar um, helps a lot of businesses. It generates more revenue. It boosts things. And so the more that you have people going out, interacting, going to restaurants, going shopping, having a good time, doing company outings, driving back and forth, stopping at gas stations. When you stop at the gas station, you go in and get a coffee, going to Starbucks, going to this, going to that, ordering stuff that you may need, filling office vacancies. It creates a economy within itself. It's like a city within a city that allows for those cities to then be able to thrive, and then drive more revenue into the city itself. So that is what it's going to do. You stop complaining, just make the most out of it, and figure out where you can leverage it and make the most money.